So let's talk about your second bullet point here on impact investing, the job crisis of the American workforce. What do you mean?
Yeah, so right now, we're in a situation in America today that the stats are a little all over the place, but I think widely accepted today, and this might sound surprising to people who've never heard this stat before, but somewhere between 30 to 50% of today's jobs here in America, and this is a worldwide fact as well, but here in America, 30 to 50% of the jobs that people occupy today will be gone within the next 20 years alone. So those jobs won't exist anymore. There won't be a need for them anymore due to automation, due to technology, and a few other factors. But those are the big ones. And so a lot of people think of that, and those people who fall into the fear fact of that the America's going down a hill and we're losing our jobs to Mexico or whatnot, and kind of want to dig their feet in the ground to the past, think that this is all bad news, and think, well, we got to save these jobs that are here in America that they're just simply not going to be able to save due to innovation that's going on. But what happens from technology innovation, I think people often don't realize, is it spurs a need for a lot of new jobs. It creates new jobs, and through innovation technology, will create a boom of new jobs. They're not going to be the exact same skills and backgrounds that many people have had in their careers thus far. And I believe the only way, though, that you create new jobs is through small businesses. I don't believe the government creates jobs. I believe small businesses create jobs. And as
100%.
mentioned earlier, and that's what building an elite organization and our elite execution system is all about, is it's hard to grow a small business and do so profitably.
So what
It's
you're
not an easy
talking
thing to do.
what you're talking about, Don, is natural disruption. All right. So you know as
Yes.
well as I do that you don't grow your company without continually disrupting the status quo. I know that I don't grow my own company without continually disrupting the status quo. Because if we don't disrupt our own, somebody else in the industry is going to come in and disrupt you and displace you. And that's where it goes. But if you think back to, I'm going to go back 30 years ago, and the internet was really just getting started back then, but there was just this mountain of information that was becoming available, and people are looking at the financial services industry, and then I'm going to compare this to your real estate industry here in a minute, and they're saying, you know what, people aren't going to need financial planners anymore, Dean, because they can get all the information that they need right on the internet, and they'll be able to do their own thing. And my job today is more secure than it was then because all of that information has created a massive amount of confusion, and the government's done a great job of giving me some amazing job security by all the tax law changes and everything that they're doing. But it's the same thing where people say, well, the Zillows of the world are going to disrupt the real estate market. We don't need real estate agents anymore. And yet you're there and you're thriving and you're growing. And so you're right. There's a lot of naysayers out there, a lot of people that don't really understand what the innovation is doing, not just to the real estate industry and not just to the financial services industry, but it's changing everything. It's changing the way we work, the way we live, the way we travel, what we do, how we shop. And so the innovation is good and the disruption is good. Otherwise, you stagnate and die.
Yeah, really, really well said. And I think the way I think about that concept of the job security you have now today, the middle is getting disrupted. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking the middle class, is those in working at companies or businesses that are easily able to be commoditized and don't bring any expertise, any real value. They're being replaced with technology and
Or they're
those who have
or they're
expertise.
being kicked out by people like you and I,
Exactly.
right?
And what I feel is that, more and more that there's technology and systems and tools to do things for us, the more and more people want and will pay for, expertise and are in need of it. So I think, in any industry sector, those who provide a high level of expertise and service have never been in more demand, and people have never been more willing to pay for expertise and great service. So I agree 100%. I think in the traditional industries like real estate and financial services, for those at the top of their professions, it's never been a better outlook than we have today, for a number of reasons.
Starting your route to retirement.